introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is John,
I'm Gary.
and we live in Palm Springs, California. Beautiful place to live, except for 3 months of the year.
That's right.
3 months.
3 months.
3 months out of the year, because it's hot.
Brutal hot.
And it's hot.
Did you mention it was hot?
I think I mentioned it's hot, yeah. So we're looking for a place that's easily accessible, where we'll get a change of weather, where we can actually get into cooler temperatures, and somewhere that we can just chill out and enjoy.
Yeah.
Great. And tell us about your professions and how long you did whatever it is you do.
I'm retired from a family business and went into a second profession as a concierge, and currently working in a 5-star hotel here in Palm Springs.
I started out as a cell biologist, changed gears at age 50, became a physician's assistant for an orthopedic surgeon, and I am now retired.
And how do you like it?
Love it.
Okay. And how do you like being a concierge at a 5-star
I
hotel?
love it, especially when I come home and he's here all day and the house is clean and things are ready for me. I like that. I like that because that's what I do all day for other people.
Awesome. And what is the thing you're looking forward to most when you find your dream cabin?
I think to get away from the heat. Did I mention that already?
You mentioned that.
Okay, good. Get away from the heat and to get back to a change of seasons. Both of us are from the Midwest, and I think we both miss the change of the seasons.
Definitely.
Although when it snows and really snows, we won't be there because I think both of us have had our fill of snow in our
But
lifetime.
Autumn up there is gorgeous, so yeah.
Yeah. And
Great.
when it's autumn, I hear about every leaf on every tree and what color it's changing.
He does.
And when it's going to fall.
And I take pictures.
And he takes pictures, and I have to look at those too.
Years ago.
And we are heading towards 44 years together.
And tell us why you want to have a house in Big Bear. I mean, what's your real driving force?
I think to have a getaway, to get away from the heat, to have a change of scenery, get out of the city up into more of a country atmosphere. Gary grew up in the country.
Not like that.
Well,
No.
close to it.
Tell us about the country you grew up in.
I grew up in Iowa, and there's pine trees there, but not like up in Big Bear. It's gorgeous up there.
All right. So what do you guys like to do? What do you do for fun? Or what are you passionate about?
Gary is passionate about sweeping.
Do tell.
Coming from Iowa, he sweeps anything.
My mother was Dutch. I
So-
can't help it.
So we just figured with all the pine needles in Big Bear, it's going to keep him happy for a long time. And keeping him happy will keep me very happy.
That's true. And so let me ask you, what's the feeling you get, Gary, when you have a sweeping session? Is there deep satisfaction at the end?
Oh yeah. I want all that off the deck and off the sidewalk. It's got to be clean.
And is there a procedure? Do you work front to back, side to side?
No.
There's not a grand
You
plan.
start at one end and you go to
Well,
the
there
other.
used to be sweep then spray, but with our driver in California, he's not doing the spray anymore.
Okay. And what do you like to do for fun, John?
I love cooking and baking. Gary and I are really a lot about friends and family, so we like spending time with our friends and our family. We like walking, hiking.
In the altitude.
Nothing abnormal like sweeping for me.
Okay.
Nothing abnormal for you?
That's right.
Oh, please.
Okay.
Wonderful. And why are you looking for a cabin?
To get away from the heat.
Okay.
And also just to get away from this landscape to get to beautiful mountain landscape.
Palm Springs is great 9 months of the year, but those 3 months when the heat hits, you got to go.
You got to go. Okay. So tell us your professions and how long you've known each other.
I'm in my 3rd profession as a concierge at a 5-star hotel here in Palm Springs.
I'm retired medical. Been in that profession since I was 21 and just retired like 3 years ago.
And we are heading towards 44 years together.
And tell us why you want to have a house in Big Bear. I mean, what's your real driving force?
I think to have a getaway, to get away from the heat, to have a change of scenery, get out of the city up into more of a country atmosphere. Gary grew up in the country.
Not like that.
Well,
No.
close to it.
Tell us about the country you grew up in.
I grew up in Iowa, and there's pine trees there, but not like up in Big Bear. It's gorgeous up there.
Okay, great. And so what are you looking for in your first cabin? Anything, particular, unique, fun? What's really important to you?
Well, I'm more about the conveniences,
Such-
such as, a nice kitchen, somewhere I can cook, bake. He's more kind of about the rustic aspect of it.
Well, and what comes out of that kitchen.
Of
Okay,
course, that's the most important thing, what comes out of pots and pans.
great. And do you have a specialty that comes out of that kitchen?
Just about anything. He'll pretty much eat anything. He's good at that.
Okay, so this dream cabin, how many bedrooms, how many baths, what does it look like?
Probably 3 bedrooms.
Two.
Too much company.
Too much company.
Too much company. Gotta have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, kitchen, little living area, somewhere to eat.
Fireplace.
Fireplace, gotta have a fireplace.
Okay, and anything
And a
else?
nice lot, gotta have a little bit of a wooded lot, I think, because you don't wanna just stare at the neighbors. do you?
No.
Well,
Well,
maybe,
it depends.
yeah,
It
okay.
depends.
Okay, and why do you want those things?
Why do we want those things?
Well, we want a yard, so the dog can go out in the yard. We like to entertain, so we'd like to have a nice deck and a yard where we can entertain, and room inside during the winter that we can entertain.
Okay, and why are,
And Gary has to have a ceiling big enough to put like a 10 or 12 foot Christmas tree, because if he doesn't have a 10 or 12 foot Christmas tree, my life is hell.
okay, and why do you need 2 bathrooms?
One for him and one for me.
There you go.
Okay, and what about when you have guests? Anything special there?
They can go outside. No, just kidding. No, we'll share a bathroom when we have company. To know where the hot water heater is. I just have a fascination with hot water heaters, and it's gotta be somewhere accessible and somewhere that I can get to.
Were you a
It's not
plumber?
weird. It's not fire, you need to know where that is.
Were you a plumber in another life?
I might have been.
Okay. And what's really important about knowing where the water heater is?
Yeah, what's so important?
Well, so you can turn it down when you're not there and turn it up when you're there, make sure there's no gas leaks coming, and make sure there's an ample supply of hot water. You don't want to shower in the cold, do you?
Absolutely.
All right, there you go.
What's important to you, Gary?
I just said, we need a fireplace.
See how cranky he gets? See? That's what I deal with. That's why we need a lot of space up in Big Bear. So when he gets like that, I can go there.
Good idea.
Yes.
Hi, guys, so tell me, what do you disagree on?
Everything? Oh, no, not really. Yeah, well, kind of, sort of. There's days like that, just don't, you're not cohesive. Well, I think part of it is the rustic and the modern convenience thing that we disagree on. With the cabin.
Maybe.
Yeah. I would like to, both of us would like to be near the lake or by the water, not necessarily on it, but near it. We pretty much agree on everything. We actually have built about 15 houses together, or lived in those together, and we haven't agreed on anything since then, so, on any of those houses, so here we are. Maybe this will be the miracle.
Why start now? Yeah.
Okay, great. And does one of you have more influence than the other in the decision of the cabin? All right, well, you guys agree on that.
Yeah, see, there you go, already, we're
It's all- I
agreeing on
think
something.
The cabin is
How about
already
that?
bringing you closer
There you
together.
go.
Okay, so let's talk about the search for a cabin. What challenges, did you face while you were searching? Or did you, experience any super weird homes or anything that really stands out in the process?
Well, I think part of the search was the price range that we wanted, and probably didn't have a good feel on what property ranges were in Big Bear. We did see a lot of schlocky properties. There's a lot of fixer-uppers out there, and we're just not fixer-uppers. We did that in Palm Springs, and we really don't want to do that again.
Okay, and did you run into any particularly unusual houses, anything that stands out?
Well, there are actually a few that I wouldn't even go into, so I'll let Gary explain those to you.
No, actually, I wouldn't let him go in.
He knows better.
I took 3 steps into one. The floors were uneven, they were creaking, there was this smell, and the ceilings were like coming down on me, and I said, we don't need to go any farther. So he didn't even go into that one.
Okay,
This is Maxwell. He actually runs the house.
he does.
It is his home, it'll be his cabin. So he's the one that takes care of everything.
Is there anything particular that Max is looking for in a cabin?
He's really not a big yard dog, but probably, you know, a nice place for him to lay around and sit by the fire and just be lazy.
He would love a straight road up the mountain.
A straight road up the mountain?
Yeah, because he gets car sick.
Yes, there's one way up that we can't take because he throws up in the car every time we take that way.
Nice.
So we go a little out of our way to accommodate him.
As you should.
As we should.
As you should. John, describe Gary for me. Tell me about him and tell me what you like about him.
Gary is my stability. He keeps me sane. I've had a lot of jobs that make me crazy, so I come home, he keeps me sane, keeps me on an even path as much as that's possible, because that's a rocky road. Bad points, he's a terrible procrastinator. I have to actually write him notes and leave them around the house to make sure he does things. But,
Is that true, Gary?
come on, tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Yeah, it's true, and I have to write myself notes, yeah.
Okay, and what about you, Gary? Describe John to us.
He is a dichotomy.
Ooh, nice word.
Yeah.
Very good.
He is, business-wise, he is amazing. He is strong. Can be a tyrant as far as business is concerned.
Well, not that much of a tyrant.
Yeah, you are. But then on the other hand, he has his insecurities. And those are the things we have to, work out together, talk him down. He's got a type AAA personality, so he's like,
A type AAA. What's a AAA? Can
Off
do you
the
get
charts.
do you get tow service with that?
Off the charts.
I'm sorry?
Do you get tow service with that AAA?
I wish.
Pay for your membership.
There you go.
But yeah, he's a handful.
Okay.
Oh, and he's not. Mm-hmm.